We are here, baby. Give me 1 second. If you're just joining the live stream, make sure you tap in. Make sure you smash that like button as soon as you guys come in. Also, we got new haunt wheels, merch. Uh, Julia's Instagram should be in the link. If not, if she ever joins this live stream, she could tag her Instagram. My lady's making haunt wheels t-shirts for Halloween, so let's get it. So give me 1 second. I am in the process of setting up my laptop, pouring myself some cold cider, and we're gonna feed the fire some wood. I actually gotta probably move my chair over just a wee bit. Got my red wagon. My neighbors actually invited us to go apple picking yesterday, so we went to Holmberg Farms. So we got some sweet cider. I'm actually gonna chime in on the live stream on my laptop as well, just so that I can read the comments. Go ahead and add some wood to the fire. So our summer's winding down over here, and all the festivities are starting to pop up, which autumn is my favorite time of year, in case you guys didn't know. Give me 1 second. I see the comments rolling in. Give me 1 second. I will also try to find Julia's Instagram, and I'll try to tag it on screen. First things first, we'll pour ourselves some fresh cider. How's the audio? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I got my fake copper mule mug thing. That's alright though. Fits in with the vibes, right? So I apologize for my absence. Lately we've been going to a lot of car shows and stuff. I haven't really been live streaming, but I think I should. I've been thinking about starting up the nostalgic 90s YouTube channel again, because everything that we're doing on the weekends fits in perfectly. I do go to car shows, and I do have like a little bit of a side hustle selling Hot Wheels on the side, so I might not live stream it on this channel, but maybe the nostalgic 90s YouTube channel, which link is down below in the description. If you haven't seen that channel, I haven't uploaded anything on there in quite some time, as well as on here and my woodworking channel, but everything is coming in like full circle. I actually got some cool channel updates coming for you guys. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but I'm looking at the thing right behind you guys. You guys can't see it. I can see it, but it's pretty awesome. I just threw in a little bit of birch wood, and oh man, it's just very aromatic. Very aromatic. Just one little tiny little stick makes it smell so good. I'm actually gonna go grab a couple more pieces of birch, and then we'll get started. Alright, coming back with a few nice chunks of, I believe this is white birch. I'll show you guys up close. Yo, what's up, Dead Dog? What's up, Smooth Operator? Ah, Big Ray, yeah. What's up? Make sure you guys smash that like button. So, there's some birch wood I done split. I gotta be careful, my butt is burning. There's some birch wood that I done split. It should be almost completely dry. I split it quite some time ago. But yeah, we'll add that to the fire. This is fancy firewood. Makes the fire smell really good. And pretty soon we'll be be doing some bonfire and barbecue night at my house. I actually just got a crap load of apple wood sitting over there. Still got to chunk it up. Still got to cut it up. And then we'll be making some like applewood ribs and applewood chicken and steaks and oh man, you name it. So bear with me 1 second as I get this party started on my end, but make sure you let me know how's your day going down in the comment section. How's your weekend? What did you guys do this weekend? I'm gonna plug in this laptop cooling pad. All right, cool. Ooh. Let me back up a little bit. That flame's getting kind of high, baby. All right, so I got a brand new laptop. I actually just purchased this laptop for our editing and stuff. Actually might have to raise the brightness a bit. I think that's all right. I actually have the link for Julia's thing. All right. Cool. Yeah, there we go. All right, let me just turn off my audio on the laptop. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to, there we go. And I'm actually going to move this chair over a wee bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scooch my chair over just so that I'm just more facing you guys, if that makes sense. And I'm going to move everything over this way. But yeah, if you guys have any fall festivities that you guys like to do, make sure you guys let me know down in the comment section. I'm going to top off this apple cider. Now, I will say that I did make a video yesterday. I do have to speak with my neighbor friend. And once I'm done editing the video, because I basically made it for memories for my family and his family, because this is kind of what we do all the time. It's just record family videos just to have them. But I'll see if he thinks it's if he's cool with us posting it on YouTube. If not, I have no problem going back to that farm and maybe going apple picking with you guys, bringing you guys along. I still got my gimbal. I actually recorded it on my phone yesterday. So and everybody that I was with yesterday, as far as like, the people that were just around me, just complete strangers, they had no problem with me filming. Maybe I'll bring my drone, get some aerial footage. So I will say that Holmberg Farm apple cider is really good, but I don't think it beats Clyde Cider Mill down in Mystic, Connecticut. And if you haven't seen our Mystic, Connecticut video, um, for the what you call it. I see the comments rolling in. Just keep them coming, and I'll respond. Um, I'm just getting ready to put this case. Alright, so the video link that I just included on the live stream, that is the video for the Clyde cider mill. If you guys haven't watched that, I actually made that for a Friday feast some time ago. The big fresh press apple cider on the weekends. We were there to watch it. We got to ask questions. If you guys want us to return back to that video location, make sure you let us know. And let's see how we are doing here. All right, that dog, I see you. Let's respond to some of these video comments here on the live stream, and then I will toggle back and forth between the live stream and the actual channel, and we'll respond to comments, questions. If you have a video that you want us to review with you guys, and then basically answer any questions you might have pertaining to a certain video. Also, let me know down in the comment section right now, how's the audio? If the audio is good, let me know. If I need to move closer, if I need to move farther. If you guys don't like the fire being like directly in the way, I can move the camera off to the side, and you guys can still hear the fire crackling of the ambiance of the bonfire. Sorry, I almost said fireplace. I might actually have to move back just a wee bit, because I can feel the back of my laptop getting a little bit warm. I'm getting ashes on my stuff. Every time I move, I forget my apple cider. I got a little bit of ashes in my apple cider, but it's all good. Warm fire, cold cider. That's what I like, baby. All right. Let me see how I can do this. So I actually haven't played around with the oh, there we go. All right, so here we go. All right, so I'm scrolling all the way up to the top on the live stream. Let's review the comments and stuff like that. Also, make sure you guys smash that like button, please, and thank you. I still look very close on the camera, which is awesome. Pretty stoked about that. I'm a lot farther away than what it looks like on the phone. All right, so Dead Dog said good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Let's see. Smooth says, I forget, is birchwood the good stuff, right? Birchwood is considered fancy wood, and I only learned that because it smells like birch soda. I forgot what they call it. Birch beer soda. And my lady likes that a lot. Yeah, my lady likes that a lot. Let's see. I know one of them people say is worse for wood stoves and fireplaces. Pine wood is no good for fireplaces or wood stoves due to the amount of pitch it causes a lot of creosote. So, Dead Dog, I've actually heard some conflicting stories about that, because there's a YouTube channel that I watch called In the Woodyard, and it is by far one of my favorite channels. It actually inspired me to do all the wood splitting, do all my wood bins, and just get more creative with the wood projects and stuff that I have. Now, That gentleman, can't remember his name at the moment, um, but he actually made a very good point. And he says, well, up in parts of Alaska and other places that don't have oak, maple, um, birch, hickory, cherry, apple, any of those other kinds of wood to burn, what else? What else can they burn? And they said all wood is good to burn, especially window shifted, especially pine. And he says pine is fine. And the reason why he says pine is fine is because as long as it's dry, it should be good enough to burn. Now, fun fact for you, I've actually had this pile burning since early this morning because I actually burn paper and cardboard and stuff like that in the fire pit. So it just I've actually had this pit going for a while, and then I had some the barrels over there, but I had some I had a load of scrap wood delivered to me, and I've been trying to get them almost like uniform size pieces. So the cutoff, I had this wagon full, I had that barrel full. I still have more in the woods I have to go through, but basically I needed a truckload of pallets, and they just brought me a truckload of scrap wood. So I just been building my own pallets. So not that big of a deal, but right now, just for the sake of the video, we're just doing what we got. We're just doing with what we got. So he said, Pine is, the guy's name is Chris. Chris in the Woodyard on YouTube. But yeah, so he said pine is fine. He said as long as it's dry, as long as you get your chimney cleaned every year, you're good. Uh, Now, I've never personally had a working fireplace to do it myself, so I can't confirm nor deny that, but this is a guy who sells firewood and used to use firewood when he was a kid to heat his home. He said, well, he wanted to clean the house and then watch some football and have a few beers since his youngest son decided to sleep on the couch. All I have is the third option, so here I am. Well, that's not that bad. You're here with us, you're hanging out. I think I might have to go get some more cider. I think we should go to Clouds, guys. Sweet ciders. Woo. So yeah, let's see. Um, oh man, smooth. Yeah, that blows, man. I tell you. All right, hold on. I'm still trying to get caught up on the comments here. Who's your team? I'm waiting to check into my room at 3, then watch Dallas. Uh, I moved the mic or camera closer. The fire crackle is kind of overpowering you. Yeah, what he said. All right. All right, sounds good. Let me move the camera. No problem. Thank you guys for telling me. Let me see. How's that? Maybe I'll move it. Maybe more on this side because the sun is over here. So maybe I'll move it right here. How's that? Let me move it back a little bit, perhaps. A. Ashley, in case you're wondering, we got our new Haunt Wheel shirts. These are the ones that my lady Julia made. Let me move this bucket out the way. All right, cool. All right. Hopefully you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see the fire. I might have to just turn you guys just a wee bit. There we go. How's that? Is that better? So yeah, so I got a brand new laptop for editing, and we will slowly but surely getting back into the videos. I plan on traveling more. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, birch beer. It almost tastes like a minty root beer. So if you never had birch beer, there's a place uh, in the Northeast. I think it's actually based in Connecticut. Let me do a quick Google search. I think it's I want to say it's like Foxon. I think it's called Foxon Park. Foxon Park beverages. So there's a company called Foxon Park Beverages, located, let's see, in East Haven, Connecticut. They were established in 1922, so uh, they've already passed their 100 years, and they have white birch beer flavored soda. Um, oh yeah, Foxon Park. We should go visit them. Foxon Park, if you are watching, send us an invite. I will love. Matter of fact, I am going to shoot them a quick email. Uh, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Saturdays and Sundays closed. Dang. All right. So maybe I'll give them a call and see if we can go there exclusively on a Saturday, and we'll try to feature them on a Friday's feast. Because birch beer, not my favorite, but they have some other bangers like cherry soda, orange soda. Let's see what other flavors they have. Lemon lime, strawberry. I mean, I will drink birch beer. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my favorite. Iron brew, grape, ginger ale, gasosa, gasosa. I don't know. Cream soda and cherry. I'm sure they have a few others, but yeah, white birch is like their go-to. So again, if you guys are looking for more merch, you guys can check out. I will post that down here on Julia's Instagram. Make sure you shoot her a message and let her know what you're looking to get done. Go ahead. I got some partially burnt wood. I am going to move this over here. The wind keeps shifting, so I'm getting dusted with ashes and stuff like that. Whatever. Who cares? Right? Gotta feed that fire real quick. Comments, questions. If you guys have any comments, questions, I'll be responding to those live now. Ooh, look at this big girthy one. That should be good. All right. Yes, Ashley, long time no talk. For sure. Sorry about that. All right. What's up, Jeremy? Welcome to the live stream. Can you order it online? Let me double check, Smooth. Where are you located? I will check to see. North Dakota. Let's see. Let me see if there are any places that sell birch beer in North Dakota. Birch beer in North Dakota. Uh, so it says retail stores, including Walmart. There's also a place called Bottle Barn. I've never heard of it, but you can look it up. Oh, Bottle Barn Liquors, Fargo, I guess. Walmart Supercenter in Grand Forks and Minoy, Minot, Minot, Minoy. I don't know. Order online and special order. Uh, Coburn's Marketplace. The online store for the grocery chain offers Sioux City Birch beer for same day delivery or pickup. Beverages direct. Orca Beverage and Walmart again. Um, so it says while it's available, birch beer is not as common as root beer in North Dakota because it is largely considered a regional specialty of the northeastern U.S. Because of this, it is not a staple beverage at most regular grocery stores. Sweet. Sweet. Oh, I don't know what I just did. There we go. All right. Yep. The family is good. So we actually went out to a carnival last night, and my son couldn't get on a lot of the rides, but then the rides that he could go on, a parent needed to go with him. So naturally, I got signed up, but I also had to get a bracelet for unlimited rides. So I ended up spending about $70 on the rides for me and him, but we had like the unlimited bracelets. My son must have went down that super giant slide a bunch of times. I can't even count how many times. I went down like once or twice. The first time uh, I went down the slide so fast that my knapsack kept going through the grass, and I almost went through the gated barrier. Uh, that was crazy. I didn't know how to stop. The guy needed to give me a parachute or something. I don't know. I didn't get the memo before I went down. Oh man, there's nothing better than cold cider and a nice warm fire. A little bit of overcast, not too shabby. You know what? Tropical blue vibes. That sounds like just up my alley. You almost read my mind. Yes. I always, I was, so one of my coworkers, right? I should have texted him. I should have texted him before I went live to let him know. But he should be subscribed to the channel, and if he didn't see me live, when he comes in to work tomorrow at about 4 a.m., I'm gonna break his balls. But my coworker actually used to do Lowe's delivery, and he just started. So funny story. His name is John. He actually wants to start doing YouTube, and him and I were actually supposed to schedule to do some Friday's Feast episode because he wants to do food reviews, and he knows I do food reviews, and he's just wondering how to get started. And I was like, there's nothing really to it but to do it. and he's actually a funny dude. He's actually from Puerto Rico. His English is broken, but uh, you know, he's he's one of the funniest dudes I ever met at work. There's times where I have to pull over because I'm laughing so hard I can't see. And the first day I met John, and I'll reiterate this when we do a Friday feast together, but you guys are getting the exclusive. So, real fun fact: we were actually supposed to do a Friday feast about 2 weekends ago, 2 Fridays ago. But what happened was there was like this little stomach bug or something going around, and I don't want to be too graphic, but I'll be real with you guys. You guys know I'm down to earth, and I tell the truth. And let's just say some very unfortunate things have happened to me. Uh, Basically, my family and I went up to a car show up in Massachusetts. We were selling some Hot Wheels. We made decent money, so we figured, you know what? Let's enjoy the fruits of our labor. Let's go out to this place called Chester's Chicken, and it's in a gas station. Food was amazing. We had a good time. Uh, Now, funny story, all jokes aside, we were on the highway. Well, we were about to leave the restaurant, and we got our phones just started blaring. There was a tornado watch. We were in an area of Massachusetts where there was a tornado watch. It was a couple weeks ago. It was we were in Agawam, 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 Massachusetts, and about a half an hour away, more towards Springfield, Massachusetts, there was a tornado watch. It was high risk, and so we were kind of in a hurry to get out of there, and the lightning that shot across the sky that day was just crazy. I don't know if you knew this, but lightning creates static electricity. We're driving, and all the hairs on my arms started raising up, not because of the lightning, but because the storm is right behind us. We outran the storm, and I had to do number two, possibly three. I make it home, but I didn't make it in time. Moral of the story: 10 out of 10, I recommend the chicken, but 10 out of 10, I don't recommend that aftermath because that was gnarly. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was crazy. Thank you, Tropical Blue Vibes. I appreciate you. Man. So Tropical Blue Vibes just said, I just got back from Sarasota, Florida, and his Mufu is trying to claim we damaged his already damaged brick pavement. We just had an RV. Yep, that's how it goes. So back to my coworker John, right? He says the first day I met him, whoa. Now mind you, the truck I drive, there isn't a lot of space in there. It's very crowded, only because of all the features that the truck has. So that was the last bit of apple cider. Hey babe, if you're watching, can you grab some more apple cider? Julia went to go make a Walmart run. So yeah, so I got my spill kit on the passenger side. Besides that, and the fire extinguisher, there isn't really much space for anything else, yet alone a passenger. So my supervisor tells me I'm going to go pick John up. I'm going to meet him back at the yard at 4. So I go to pick him up. John goes to get in my truck. He opens up the door and he looks inside. He goes, "Where am I supposed to sit?" I was like, mind you, I never met this guy. I was like this is how he's going to start? Like, mind you, I didn't even want to train him. I don't want him in my truck. I don't care to know him. I don't care to meet him. I just want to do my job and go home, right? Right. So he opens up the door. He goes, yo, where am I supposed to sit? I was like, I don't care where you sit. Go sit in the back of the truck for all I care. And he's just like, all right, that's how you want to play? I was like, look, bro, they know that there isn't a lot of space in these trucks, especially to be training people, but they still stuck you. So two big guys in one truck, you know, there's nothing I could do about it. And that's basically that's how we broke the ice. And ever since then, we just been talking junk to each other every day. That's my right hand man, pots and pans. We talk every single day. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into some of these videos. Hold on a second. All right, let's see. Community. All right, let's go and check out some of these comments. Hey, Tropical Blue Vibes, what was your favorite video? Make sure you guys smash that like button, please. All right, let me close this tab. Yeah, I will message Fox on Park and see if they'll have us up there for a Friday's feast. All right, let's see. All right, so all right, so on the making modifications to the kitchen to fit our new fridge and our new home, someone said Lion and Deb Anderson 4418 says, as a fourth generation carpenter, that was very hard to watch. My kids, daughter 25 and son, know more about construction than you. I watch your delivery videos because I like the way you always handle upset customers. That is your cup of tea. I live Dodge City, Kansas, and I live closer. We have had that whole kitchen done in a weekend. Uh, let's see. I never claimed to know what I'm doing. Yeah, so so on the, anytime like I'm doing stuff around the house, I never know what I'm actually doing. I just kind of do it. You know, it is what it is. I just wing it. Like I just started another new project. I haven't showed you guys yet because it's been pretty busy around the house the last couple of weeks, uh, and I'm still like building. And I just bought a furniture dolly. I'm gonna end up building like a rolling cabinet for that, just to store some Hot Wheels away. So anytime I'm like cutting wood, splitting wood, I mean, I'm just learning how to do that stuff. I mean, I'm not very fast. I'm not very efficient. I never really had like an official like dad to show me how to do anything really. So a lot of a lot of what I know is self taught. Uh, yeah, a lot of what I know is self taught, and a lot of it is trial by fire. Like I never claimed to know anything really. Calling out BS. What's going on, man? So I'm actually watching you while you guys are watching me. So we're just here responding to video comments. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section now, and I'll be able to answer your question or concern live, baby. Cheers to you guys. All right. Yeah. So what did you guys think about that 24/7 roadside assistance guy from Penske? That was a video that I had recorded, I think 2021. That was a heck of a day. And I was so glad I found that video in the archives because we had been through so much with Penske. It's not even funny. And I'm just glad that I captured that moment on video. All right, let's see. I got ashes over here. So Light Streamer says, I love my crab walk on my Moffat. So I actually, let's see, Tropical Blue Vibe says that Penske thing was some, I'm just going to say the word, some shit if you're talking about your driver's stuff. No, actually, well, that was another crazy incident. So that was actually with my second trucking company called Safford Hauling and Services. So with that, um, yeah, so we had been going through it for a while with Penske. So, and I'm sure I can pull up the invoices. If not, Penske got the receipts. But I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought if you were to rent a truck from a rental company, they should be responsible for wear and tears and tire blowouts. Now, there were times when we had, my driver Chris, for whatever reason, his truck would catch flats a lot, like so much. I have no idea why. And he would just catch flats, and I guess some people could like argue, oh, like it's driver sabotage, but no. Chris was one of my really, 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 and he still is one of my really, really, really great friends. And he, I've I've known Chris since he was in school for tractor trailer training. I actually recruited Chris for the company that him and I used to work for, which was for a totally different guy. Uh, and I actually recruited Chris for that company. And and him and I, we've been friends ever since. I mean, it was rough when I first met Chris because he didn't really like me and I didn't really give a shit. Excuse my French. Uh, and he had a hard time, getting used to the job. But it was funny to me watching him go through the struggles of learning how to drive for Home Depot and deal with, the weird customer requests and stuff like that. So he, so he's actually a really, really great friend of mine. So it's not like just a random guy off the street. And besides, Chris, Chris got paid percentage of the load. So it's not like it was like driver sabotage where, he got paid by the hour whether he was on the road or not. No, he got paid per delivery. So if you're, you know, if your percentage uh, contradicts how much you got paid and you're not running, obviously your paycheck is going to be not that good. And a lot of times we were behind the eight ball. a very, very good portion of the time. We were behind the eight ball. So if we're behind the eight ball, once we got ahead, it was very, very hard to stay ahead and stay on track because that was that was during the time when you know the pandemic was happening, and it was very, very hard to find the parts that we needed if there was a breakdown, or the manpower to fix it. That's when the government was paying everybody to stay at home, and we were still trucking all the way through it. But yeah, so we had been dealing with Penske for a while, and I thought that if you experienced a flat or a breakdown, you know, that should all be covered. That should all be covered under, you know, that trucking company. The main reason why we pay the higher rental rate is so that we aren't financially responsible for any of that stuff. But in the end, we were. In the end, we were. That fire's starting to die down. Wood in there. I got some old roots and stuff. Get that fire blazing again. I also got some pine wood. Here's more crackling and stuff. We can do that as well. I'll throw in another stick of birch. Got some old branches, stuff like that that I can't sell. So I actually have my farm stand up. We sell firewood now. I'm in the process of getting up some more signs and stuff, so we'll be doing that. I got all the signs made. I just gotta get them out there. Throwing another stick of fancy wood. So that birch wood the birch tree actually uprooted on the other side of the property. So all I did was cut it off the trunk and then drag it out with the Subaru. And then I chunked it up, split it, and that's it. I got some silver maple over there already cut and split. My son and I did that a couple of months ago. Pretty soon I'll have to go get some more wood. Yo, what's up, Ray? Yo, what's up, baby? I did not buy a Prius, but I did get something awesome for free. You guys want to see it? Let me know. Chime in the comment section if you want to see what I just picked up, because I haven't even posted a video on it, and you guys here will be the first to know, because I am in the process of sourcing and stuff. I got to get the revenue back up on the YouTube channel so that way I can afford to cover the cost of this overhaul that I got to do, and also so I can start, cashing checks on my end. I haven't paid myself in so long. I'll tell you one thing. That's one thing I did not buy. Is a Prius. Oh yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. I actually got to go fill up this bucket again. That's right. I got a few more good chunks. We could toss in there. Probably about five good more chunks in there. Yeah, I miss you too, Rank. Yo, I've been finding motorcycles, bro. I've been finding some Hot Wheel motorcycles, brother. I've been finding them for sure. We got the new Hondas. I don't know, you guys have Hondas in Australia? But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see that new project that I got. I'll be posting videos on those when I start working on it. In case you're wondering, we got some cold apple cider, nice hot bonfire. I actually got some wood I could get in there and start crackling. Let me go ahead and put this laptop down, and I'm gonna go fill up. I'm gonna go fill up my bucket. Not my bucket. What do you call this? My wagon. I'm gonna go fill up my wagon with some more pieces of wood. That snap, crackle, and pop for you guys. I'm not gonna put them in right now, but I think you guys will appreciate it. All right, my wagon is full. There we go. Sweet. If you guys didn't see our new Haunt Wheels merch, the link is in the comment section. Just put the cable in the fire while you're at it. Hey, all right, so I'm gonna show you guys this new project I got. Wait till you guys see it. So this is a 1994 Dutchman pop-up camper trailer. Don't mind the mess. I'm in the process of working on stuff. I got all this wood. I still got to split. Got my fly trap bags because the flies this year have been brutal. But yeah, this is our 1994 pop-up Dutchman trailer. I got it covered because it can't get wet. I don't have the roof for it right now. So that's why I'm sourcing my wood from the wood pile over there. And I got some wood, but they're not long enough pieces. So I think I might have to go out and buy the wood that I need. And then I got to measure how wide it is from here to that side, and so on and so forth. This is my older canopy that decided to give out on me at one of our bigger car shows this year at the Thompson Motor Speedway. So I just reinforced it and got it all stretched out and hooked up. Yep, still got my Subaru. She actually needs a new engine, but once I get the new engine, she's straight. New engine, new tires, and new winch, and she's good to go. Yeah, that's my girl, bro. I was just telling my son yesterday. I said, I think it's almost time for me to sell Bay. He said, Bay? You mean the white one? I said, yeah, that's Bay. And that's Goldie. He said, no, you can't sell Bay. Bay with the Halloween tires? I said, yeah. He goes, no, Papa, you can't sell Bay. You love Bay. I love Bay. I was like, I know, baby, but Bay needs a new engine. He said, so just get a new engine. Get a new engine for Bay. He said, Papa, it's okay. Just get a new engine for Bay. I said, okay. Yeah, dude. That's my baby, dude. Like, this is the first car I ever bought with my own money, and she's been through it. What I actually got to do is I got to drain the oil. So I was kind of hoping my son and my lady would get back in time today, and I'm gonna drain the oil out of the car because, as you can see, maybe not. She's starting to leak a little bit. Oh yeah, dude. I've been looking at Toyotas, but I don't know. Subarus just have my heart, dude. But yeah, we've been working on stuff, dude. Like, this is all reclaimed wood, so I plan on getting the hardware and stuff out of these, and then using that to build other projects and stuff. I got a, what do you call this? A furniture dolly, and I'm gonna build like a multi level rack for it to store my Hot Wheels and stuff on it. Uh, this is the first weekend that we've had off. Let me put you guys back up here. I see the new comment that just rolled in. Just bear with me 1 second. All right. And let me just plug the charger back in. Maybe if I put you guys just a little bit more this way. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. All right. All right. Tropical Blue Vibe says, do you see yourself still hustling through the curbside delivering thing and waiting until it pays off? As far as what, content, or as far as like doing it in real life? And I actually have a counter question for you whenever you answer it. So this wood right here, I believe this is spruce, but it has a lot of tree sap in it, and that will make it pop and snap and sparks and embers. They go everywhere. It's actually a hoot at, when I do bonfires and stuff here at the house at night with the family, watching people's clothes get set on fire. It's pretty amusing. Ah, okay. So, tropical blue vibes. So to answer your question, I don't do Home Depot deliveries anymore. Uh, I don't actually do deliveries anymore. I actually work for another company. Um, this October will make 3 years that I've been there. Kind of crazy to think about. But I haven't been in my own company for 3 years, besides like here on YouTube. Um, so to answer your question, no, I'm not really. I don't really. I'm not in that lifestyle anymore. I don't. I mean, would I do it? Yes, but the money got to be right. So I actually had a guy. So very long story short, I think it was my first year working for another company after like my company went under. I got I think it was a phone call or a text message from the old regional manager for XPO, I think his position was. And basically, how I knew him was back when I worked for the first trucking company I ever worked for out of trucking school. They did Home Depot deliveries, and 6 months after I got the job with him, I became his top driver, and or like one of his top drivers. And I was so good at what I did, they actually sent me to Pennsylvania, and I trained 50 guys in 4 days, crash course on knowing what I know and doing what I do. And so I went out there on a Monday. They didn't anticipate me to start training that same day because I was driving from Connecticut to Pennsylvania. They didn't know what time I was getting in, so they told everybody to just start fresh on Tuesday. So when everybody showed up on Tuesday, it was basically like a huge rainstorm. And then they asked me, they were like, hey, do you still want to train in the rain? And I'm like, dude, I'm out there, rain, hail, sleet, shit, snow. I'm out there. And they were like, are you sure? I was like, I'm well equipped. I don't know if everybody else is. I'm used to this stuff. And then they were like, all right. So everybody saddle up. You know, Mike's going to be out there training you guys. So by the end of the week, you know, by after the first day, I made such an impression on the guy. I made such an impression on the guy. I was actually I was actually invited out to dinner every single night, basically, uh, that night, and had all my meals paid for, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I made such an impression on that guy that that was back in 2016, I want to say, and then 8 years later, which was about 2 years ago, I get contacted from this guy. I get contacted by the guy, and he asked me if I was willing to train some of his guys. That I was one of the best guys he had ever seen, like do what it is that I did, and then he might make me a business proposition. So he said he was going into business for himself, and he wanted to start this absolutely beast of a team. So I said, all right, cool. So I was like, what did you have in mind? He said, actually, I'm going to have my business partner reach out to you and, you know, kind of, you know, kind of see where we're at. So I was like, all right, cool. All right, Rank, thank you so much for stopping by, bro. So he says to me, he goes, I want to recruit you for my company. And I said, okay. And he says, he offered me, I forgot what amount of money. I can't even remember how much was the amount that he offered me to come work for him. But the amount of money that he offered me, I think it was like, man, it was in the area of like 70 grand or something like that a year. And I said 70 grand. Maybe it was 80 grand. I don't remember. And he said it would be a 6 day work week or a 7 day work week. And I was like, no. And he was like, what? And I was like, no. Like, absolutely not. And he said, well, what's wrong with the number? I said, well, number one, what you're offering is what I made when I first started working, doing Home Depot deliveries back in the day. And everything is way more expensive now. So that's not going to happen. I said, number two, you're offering that amount of money for a 6 to 7 day work week. I said, I make more than that in 5 days. I said, so if you want me to come work for you, I have no problem training your guys, but I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be. It's not gonna be cheap. I said, you're claiming that I was the best you had ever seen. That was 8 years ago. So imagine that was 6 months after I got 6 months after I got hired and trained with the first guy. Now, mind you, I've owned two trucking companies since you contacted me. I have years more of experience now, not only with the flatbed but with the forklift. So, and he was like, "Well, where are you at in terms of numbers?" And I believe that's spruce wood. You guys are gonna hear a lot of cracking and snapping and cackling. That wood's very exciting. So he said, "What number? Like, where you at in terms of numbers?" I said, "Honestly, for me to leave my job now, you'd have to break it. You'd have to bust it down to like a 5 day work week, and I wouldn't leave my job for no less than like 120." And he was like, "Oh, we're way too far off." I said, "Well, then it is what it is. You know, like I'm still down to come train your guys. I appreciate, the offer to come work for your company to get first dibs, but no, the money's not right. The money is not right. So you'd have to up those numbers. And if you guys plan on hiring on, unless these people have experience, I doubt you're gonna be able to entice anybody with 80 grand on a 6 to 7 day work week unless they have no experience." And he was like, "All right, that's fair. Like, I appreciate your feedback. But yeah, if you guys ever change your mind, like, I'm more than willing to work with you guys and do that. But you know, I'm gonna put some things into place too. So it's not gonna be all on your terms." So he's like, "All right, I can understand that. I can respect that." Um, but as far as like doing Home Depot stuff and Lowe's stuff and that kind of delivery service, the money just isn't there. Not for me anyway. Not for me anyway. Oh, see, this piece right here, this one got tree sap on it. And this one, oh yeah. I actually got my brother to try some of this. And this is just spruce or pine tree sap. So I got my brother to try some of that. And he's like, "Tastes like Christmas." I was like, "Yeah." 80K. Um, I think it was a company driver, to be honest with you. But it was a 6 or 7 day work week. I can't remember. It was like a 6 or 7 day work week, and I can't remember. So that tree sap actually produces a lot of smoke, but it's gonna start getting pretty interesting here. Thank you, Steven. Yeah, dude. We put in a lot of work and we got a lot more work ahead of us. So I actually got to expand the wood bin. If not, I actually got to make a lot of firewood sales. So if I don't make a lot of firewood sales, then I have to expand the wood bin. Besides, a lot of that wood was just split earlier this year. That's in the wood bin, so I'm probably going to expand anyway. I already started making my own pallets, like homemade pallets. Because there wasn't really a lot of pallets that came in that last load that I got. So I'm in the process of making my own pallets. and then I'm gonna start building onto the wood bin because all this wood that I split was either from last year or earlier this year. I literally didn't split any wood this summer at all. And we've been doing pretty good with the firewood sales considering we just started our first day putting up signs that firewood was available. We had customers. And some guy was like, "Oh, thank God you guys posted the sign. I was going to go elsewhere to go find firewood." I said, "Well, now you know we're here." And I make it a great point to always stay stocked, always have firewood. We sell applewood and we sell applewood and we also sell campfire wood. So I want to start working on that camper so we can make it versatile. We can make it to sleep in, or we can make it to just hang out in and bring our stuff with us, stuff like that. I mean, who cares, right? Some wood over there. Now this wood right here, because it has all the bark, this has all the sap and stuff in it. I can see it. See some of this, it looks like bark, but it's actually sap. And that's the wood that's really exciting. Campfire nights, man. I'm telling you, can't wait. Bonfire, barbecues. Thinking about doing like a bourbon. I don't really drink, but for the occasion, yeah. On a Saturday night, bourbon, bonfire, barbecues. The goal is I want to get a projector, and I'll put up I want to get one of those Vivor or Vivor if you're listening. Send me a inflatable projector screen. I can put it up right here. I can put the projector over there. We can set up the bonfires right here. I actually have those not amber, but those string lights. I got my grill right there. I got 2 propane tanks. I got enough applewood to last me for the next couple of months. But I'm thinking about turning my grill into a smoker. Technically, what I do now is I put wood on one side of the grill and start smoking the food, and then I'll just leave the wood there, just let it burn and let it smoke and let it flavor the wood. Hey, I mean, I wish I could stay up all night. That's what sucks about working overnights. It's like, not being able to stay up. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab a few more pieces of birch really quick. Got it. Only because I like the aroma. Sweet. Again, merch is available on Julia's Instagram. Go check it out. I'm going to post the link in the comment section now. All right. If you guys have any questions or comments, concerns, post them right now, live. Let's address them, and we're going to dive back into the comments. And give me a second. I know that some other comments rolled in. Ooh, sounds like explosions, baby. Ow! All right, let's see. Let's see. GC Laredo 207 says, does he still do the delivery thing? I haven't seen any recent posts. I don't. So I actually drive for another company. Ooh, that's cracking. Ow! So yeah, so I actually work for another company right now. I've been there going on 3 years this October. And I like the work. The hours are rough. I clock in between like 2:05 and like 2:15 every day. My boss doesn't really care what time we show up, just as long as it's not too late, and as long as we get the job done. He really doesn't care. You know, that's like they're very flexible with the hours. Let's just say, you know, you got something to do. Like a couple weeks ago was my kid's first day of school. I had let him know. I was like, hey, just want to let you know, this upcoming Thursday, I got something to do. I'll be gone for, I don't know, about 90 minutes or so. Maybe a little bit longer. And I'll be coming right back to work. He's like, okay. And if you need help, just let me know. If you think you're not gonna be done in time before, you know, your 14 hours is up, just let me know. Because I never take vacation time. I don't care if I'm sick as a dog. I don't call out. I might show up to work late sometimes. You know, it doesn't happen often, but typically when it does happen, I wake up late. I mean, typically how it happens that I wake up late is when I try to get extra sleep. So let's say instead of me going to bed at my normal time, I try to go to bed like an hour or two earlier. It just never pans out. It never does. So to answer your question, GC Laredo, I never actually answered the question as to what it is that I do. I still drive trucks. I don't do tractor trailer. I work for another company. And I just bought this laptop, so I'll be using this one to edit and stuff from now on. So, like I just said, my summer has been pretty hectic because I have a side gig I do on the weekends. So, and that's selling Hot Wheels. I sell Hot Wheels. I go to car shows and stuff, and I basically combine the two things that I love, Hot Wheels and car shows, and I do them both. So, and then I sell Hot Wheels just to make a little bit extra spending money, just so that I can take my family out and enjoy it, because cost of living in Connecticut has increased so much. Like, just in the last year, my mortgage went up $500. So, oh yeah, the fire is gonna be louder because I got explosions going on in my backyard, but I can move you closer. Yeah, but thank you for letting me know. See, if you guys don't tell me this stuff I don't know, then I can't fix it. So if I can't fix it, I'll never know. Or if I never know, I can't fix it, right? So my girl actually creates the Haunt Wheels Halloween shirts. So if you guys wanna check them out, if you guys wanna buy one or two or seven, feel free to go on. There we go. Sorry. How's that? Audio check, audio check. So if you guys want to buy one of these Hot Wheels shirts, feel free to check them out. Haunt Wheels shirts, feel free to check them out on the link I just posted just now. Check that out. I told you it was going to get loud because of that firewood, if you guys didn't know. Also, if you're just joining the live stream, make sure you smash that like button. Also, very important question. Do you guys want to do Toys for Tots this year? We missed the back to school supply drive this year. We missed the Toys for Tots last year. But if you guys want to do Toys for Tots this year, I am so down. I just need to know, just so that way we can start setting some funds aside. I'll be willing to put up, you know, maybe I'll match dollar for dollar whatever you guys put up. I might even start a separate Cash App just for the company. So if you guys have Cash App, you guys could wire it directly to the company. So that way YouTube doesn't take a cut. I mean, before I always matched whatever you guys put in on the live stream. So if you guys donated money on the live stream, let's say hypothetically, I don't know what YouTube charges per donation, but let's say hypothetically it was 20 cents per dollar that YouTube took their cut. I would match that. So if you donated $10, that means only $8 would actually make it to my bank account. So that way I can go ahead and put it towards the Toys for Tots. Then technically I'm losing the $2, but not really, because I'm still covering it from my money. All right, crystal clear. That's good. So if you guys want to do Toys for Tots, let me know. I will do a poll or something. Maybe I'll do that right now. Give me a second. Let me open up a new tab. And I will create. Whoa, that's exciting. All right, let's see. Create a post. Let's see. Text poll. Should we do a Toys for Tots this year? And are you willing? Whoa. Participate in the donate the Are you willing to contribute funds? All right, so I'm going to put a poll on here. The poll is live. So in case you guys didn't know, in the previous years, we used to do Toys for Tots. And with the Toys for Tots, I used to put up, a certain amount of money. I would donate money from my company bank account, and we would set that aside, and we would go buy toys and donate them to a Toys for Tots center. Now, the first year that we decided to do it as a company, I think I came down with COVID, and I couldn't be there to actually hand out the toys, but um, they welcomed us to bring the toys. So that's what we did. I forgot how much money we raised the first year, and then the second year was a little bit less. Third year was a little bit less. Um, but yeah, so we like to every year we like to give back to our community. Even if you don't want to contribute to our how would I say it, to our event, we always encourage everyone to go and do something special in their neighborhood or their community. And if you guys have pictures, you guys can send us pictures or videos. We'll be more than happy to post those for you, just to help get some recognition, help get your cause some recognition if that's something that you wanted to do. And we just make it into a movement. That's what we do. So part of that was from our Dare to Dream, Dream to Inspire. So it's all about it's all about giving back to the community and helping the kids be greater than what we are. And what way to inspire them? What's a better way to inspire them? Inspire them uh, better than just giving back to the community and encouraging them to do good in school with our back to school supply drive and helping families out during the holiday season focus on what else they need to focus on. Um, it's all about just giving back to the community, you know. So we're gonna get back to the comment section on here. User INOF9GS4S says, "Is this a lease truck or do you own it and they maintain it?" Rental. All right. So on the roadside assistance Penske guy, someone said Dolly Dottie 8907. So maybe you should stop filming him and let him do his job, especially the second time there. Know what I mean? Really, dude, back off. Um, that seems a little inappropriate considering the first time he was there, he left my radiator cap off, and the whole thing was sketchy to begin with. So it's kind of crazy. Just a wee bit crazy. Someone said, we saved the Frito driver that high hooked his tractor. Nice that you helped. Yeah, man, that was a really funny day. So I was actually going to take the forklift off and yank his tractor, but I was like, oh man, if I mess up this forklift, I'm done for. So I like gave it some thought. I was like, you know what? Let me just take the forklift off and let me just yank that thing with the ICC bar on the back of the trailer. Let me just do that, and it should just come right off. Like if I remember correctly, it was actually picking up his drive tire on his tractor. Let's see, backing out where my rig doesn't belong. See, I don't remember that video. I would have to go back and watch it. Yeah, calling out BS put a lot of comments in. Oh, funny story. So our channel actually got banned in Russia. Pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly. Ooh. All right. So, looks like the family just got back from their Walmart trip. I actually got to go help them. Make sure you guys go check out the community poll about the Toys for Tots. If you guys think we should do a Toys for Tots drive this year, I'm more than willing to do it again this year. But I cannot do it alone. I need your guys' help. If you guys are unaware, we like to go buy Toys for Tots and buy toys for kids and families in need this holiday season. And every single penny that we get that is donated to us, we spend it on live, so that way we don't profit any of the money, we don't pocket any of the money, and all that goes directly to buy toys for kids and families in need this holiday season. What's up, Bubba? Speaking of toys and families, this is my little toy, and that's my little family right there.
And I'm the family too.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're gonna need batteries, Bubba.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have batteries.
yeah. Why don't you go get some batteries? Let's find out what kind of batteries we need. So yeah, this holiday season we'll be buying toys just like these, and
But Christmas season you won't buy me toys.
no, this Christmas season I don't know if you're gonna get any toys because number one I don't know you. Number two, who you?
You can get nothing if you don't listen.
What? I can't get nothing. Why don't you go help my mom with the groceries? Go help my mom with the groceries, and then I'll tell you what batteries we need. Oh, and you're gonna need a screwdriver, Bubba.
But I didn't know where the screwdriver at, so I can find it.
Yeah, you're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver, and then I think I saw it somewhere. Um, you need four AA batteries. So my son wanted this little RC car. Finally, one that he can't really take apart. I mean, he can, but he's probably not gonna. Thank you, Steven. Yeah, we'll be getting back into editing and stuff. What I needed to do was I needed to get a new computer because mine obviously crapped out. So, and now that same laptop, it doesn't even turn on. And so in order for me to retrieve the files off of it, I got to open it up and I got to get the hard drive out of it and plug it into this one externally. Obviously, I'm not going to open this one up and try to put that one in here. It just doesn't make any sense to retrieve the files if need be. But I think what I'll do is I will probably uh, take that hard drive out, put that laptop in storage or something, and I'll put that hard drive uh, to the side so that way I can pull the files off of it and then retire that hard drive for good. So, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys smash that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe. I had a great time today. I enjoyed myself with the cold apple cider, some warm fire, and don't worry, we'll be doing this again sometime soon. And if you guys have any questions, make sure that you hit us up on Instagram at Safford Delivery on Instagram. My lady runs the Facebook page. I'm not sure if she's checked it in a while, but you can message us on there. But for faster responses, you can hit us up on Instagram at Safford Delivery. or on email at saffordhaulingservices@gmail.com. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you post questions, comments, concerns on there. Make sure you check out our newest community poll about the Toys for Tots. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys on the next video. I can't end the live stream on here, but I gotta get up. I gotta end it on there. And I will be sure to keep you guys posted on any channel updates and get you guys new information. Again, Haunt Wheel T-shirts are available now on Julia's. Um, you got it. Where's your screwdriver? I told you you got to get a screwdriver, a star. Haunt Wheel T-shirts are available now on Julia's Instagram page. You can check that out and send her a DM if you guys want to buy one or some for this spooky season. So check it out. And if there's anything else that you guys want on there, make sure you hit her up for any inquiries. All right. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.